Hi guys, this is Ashley back with another reading, and this reading is going to be on Chloe Bailey and how Beyoncé feels about her and her Soul of Nation performance, okay? I didn't watch the performance, but I did see a lot of mixed reactions underneath, the comments on Instagram, and people were sending me stuff and what people were saying on Twitter. Before we get into the reading, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Okay. Also, I'm going to see if Lala and Kim Kardashian will be dating or seen out with anybody this summer. Okay. Doing a quick reading on them. I might see how Drake feels about Chloe too. I might see, since I'm already on Chloe Bailey, instead of doing a separate reading on that. Before we get into anything, like, comment, subscribe. Like I said before, turn on post notifications. Also follow me on Instagram, @ashmiracle_. Okay. So let's start off with this. How does Beyoncé feel about Chloe Bailey? Beyoncé. How does she feel about Chloe Bailey? Interesting. So I'm seeing here that basically Chloe is like the emperor for Beyoncé. And the emperor is an authority figure, somebody that's a mentor, okay? So that's how Chloe views Beyoncé, okay? And the energy I'm picking up on is that Beyoncé, she thinks Chloe is going to be successful. The star card is here. This talks about, having faith, seeing progression in someone. But also I'm seeing that there is some conflict with how Beyoncé feels Chloe kind of represents herself. She feels like there's going to be conflict. One thing about Beyoncé, she kind of reads the room. You can kind of tell when, she but when she was on tour, she showed like how people were complaining about her wearing leotards and stuff like that. And now she wears leotards and other stuff on stage. Like, she'll wear a pantsuit or she'll wear like a one piece. She kind of switches it up because she saw how people were complaining about her wearing leotards, which I didn't even see. But she feels like Chloe kind of has to read the room. The Five of Wands is here. This talks about conflict, disagreement. She doesn't really agree with everything Chloe does. She feels like she has to kind of read the room a little bit. Okay, the King of Pentacles is here. This talks about success. So she does think that she's going to be successful, that she's about her business. This also talks about leadership, but it's almost like she feels like she needs to kind of read the room a little bit. The High Priestess is here in reverse. This talks about a disconnection. So when it comes to how Chloe kind of presents herself, Beyoncé feels like there's a disconnection from how she thinks she's presenting herself and how the audience receives it, okay? So that's how she feels. She feels like there's a disconnection of how she's presenting herself and how the audience is receiving it, okay? And we also have, the Nine of Pentacles. This talks about, her being satisfied with Chloe, seeing her as an investment because, that is Beyonce's artist. But she feels like there is a disconnection, okay? And how, Chloe presents herself. We also have the King of Cups in reverse. And this is how Beyonce sees Chloe as the King of Cups in reverse, which just talks about somebody that is kind of dramatic or likes attention. Okay, the King of Cups, this talks about somebody that can be very creative but craves attention, likes to be the talk of the town. And that's how Beyonce views her, as somebody that craves attention. The energy I'm also picking up on is that Beyonce does feel like Chloe does have some sort of low self-esteem. And that's probably something that Beyonce is going to talk to her about. I do feel like they communicate. They do communicate. That's her artist. So I feel like she feels like, you know, due to her having low self-esteem, she has to go to other lens to try to get certain type of attention. And that's just the energy I'm picking up on. But she does think that she's a good artist. She does have faith. She just wants to be, she wants her to kind of present herself better. That's all. That's basically it. How does Beyonce feel about Chloe Bailey's Soul of a Nation performance? Beyonce, how does she feel about Chloe Bailey's Soul of a Nation performance? How does Beyonce feel about the Soul of a Nation performance for Chloe Bailey, that Chloe Bailey did? Soul of a Nation. And I told y'all she was going to go solo. See, why wasn't Haley in that performance? Since they do everything, you know, Chloe and Haley fans were saying, oh, she's not going to leave Haley behind. Looks like she's leaving her behind, okay? I didn't see Haley. She's still not filming The Little Mermaid, okay? She filmed that months ago. She's still not filming that. Okay, let's see. How does Beyonce feel about Chloe Bailey's Soul of a Nation performance? Yeah, she feels like it wasn't good judgment. It wasn't the proper, she thinks the performance was good. She just feels like it wasn't really the right time for that type of performance. The judgment card is here. This talks about being critical of someone, looking at someone in a certain way. So she feels like it wasn't really the appropriate performance, okay? And I know people were saying how Nina Simone is sexual, but it's still, for that type of event, it wasn't. I wouldn't think you would do that type of performance for that type of event. Because if you know what Juneteenth stands for, then, you know, it makes sense. But it's almost like she's critical of the performance. She's probably going to talk to her about that. The Wheel of Fortune card is here. This talks about bad karma, not good luck. So she feels like this could really hinder her progression, how people perceive her. You know, Beyonce cares about perception, believe it or not. She does care about how people perceive her and people that she is associated with, okay? We also have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. This talks about being a nurturer. This talks about kind of being a parent. So she's definitely going to have a conversation with her. Just give her a little bit of guidance, a little bit of tough love, okay? Page of Swords feels like she's fighting for an opportunity, okay? The Knight of Swords, this talks about someone that's very impulsive. So she kind of feels like Chloe is impulsive, not really thinking strategically. The King of Cups is here again. This talks about somebody that's creative, somebody that has, you know, a lot of imagination, but does seek attention. The King of Cups, that talks about attention-seeking ways, okay? So I think Beyonce is going to definitely give her some sort of guidance, okay? Probably tell her, oh, you know, you can turn it down this way or do more than one dance move. I feel like I've seen that dance move before. Didn't she post that on Instagram or something? I feel like I've seen that dance move before that she was doing. That little clip that the Shade Room put up. I feel like I've seen that. So let's see. How does Drake feel about Chloe Bailey? Let's see how he feels. Chloe Bailey. Drizzy Drake. How does he feel about Chloe Bailey? Okay, so they do communicate. It looks like they've had some communication. We also have the Eight of Pentacles. This talks about working together, determination. So I can definitely, like I said before, I think I said this a few months ago. You guys can go pull it up with the Chloe Bailey and Drake exclusive. They're definitely going to work together. The Six of Wands, this talks about success. This talks about success. So he does see her as someone that could be successful. It does look like he feels like she does need guidance, though. He does feel like they need guidance and they would not last as a couple or being intimately. The Lovers card is here in reverse. This talks about disharmony. So it would have to be strictly business. If they do anything personal, it's not going to last. It's going to be a hot mess. Anybody that links up with Drake for personal or anything other than business is going to be a hot mess. So let's see. How does Drake feel about Chloe Bailey? Drake, how does he feel about Chloe Bailey? Yeah, he wants to mentor her. The Ten of Pentacles, this talks about, you know, someone seeking guidance, family, seeing success and so on. So he does want to mentor her. He does feel like her career can go stalemate easily. The Hangman is here. This talks about, you know, stalemate, not being able to move forward, okay? We also have Ace of Wands. This talks about lost opportunity. So he kind of feels like she does need some sort of guidance, but he does think that she's going to be successful. But he feels like she needs some sort of guidance, okay? Let's see. How does Beyoncé feel about Hailey Bailey? I think that's her name. Chloe's sister, Hailey. Or Holly. I think it's Holly, right? How does Beyoncé feel about Hailey or Holly Bailey? Chloe's sister. Chloe Bailey's sister. Yeah, she knows that they're going to go solo. She knows they're going to go solo. The Seven of Swords, this talks about moving strategically. So it's almost like Beyonce has already had conversations with Chloe about going solo. She's moving strategically. She feels like, you know, Hailey's going to have some opportunities. The Ace of Swords is here. But her focus is really on Chloe. Because people always compare Beyonce to Chloe. The Ten of Cups, it talks about building a foundation, building a relationship. So they do have a good foundation. They do have a good relationship. But her main focus is on Chloe. The Seven of Pentacles in reverse, it talks about short-term reward. This means that, you know, Chloe and Hailey or Holly, they're not going to really last too long as a duo. But they had a good run. They put out, what, 3 albums already or 2 albums? So, you know, I can see them putting out like 1 more, 2 more, and then eventually going their separate ways. Okay? The Five of Pentacles, this talks about lost opportunities. This talks about financial loss. So it's almost like Hailey's going to take a financial loss when, you know, Chloe goes solo. Because she's going to have to find a different, you know, stream of income. You know, because I don't think she's on Grownish this next season. I'm being honest with you, because I saw a few clips. I don't think she's going to be on Grownish next season. So that's a bag that she had to miss out on because she was in The Mermaid. And then if Chloe goes solo, then, you know, she's going to have to make her own music. So, well, Hailey Bieber, not Bieber. Hailey Bailey, will she go solo? Hailey Bailey, or I think her name is Holly Bailey. Chloe's sister, will she go solo? Will she do a solo music career like her sister, Chloe's sister? Yep, I think she's going to go solo too. It looks like she's going to get some opportunities. It seems more in acting too. The Three of Cups, this talks about, you know, building connections, collaborations. The Ace of Pentacles, this talks about opportunities being displayed, okay? But we also have the Devil card in reverse. This talks about a disconnection between them. So it's almost like once they start going their separate ways, they're not going to be as close. They're not going to be as close. But I can see her going into acting and doing some music. Okay? Let's see. 14 57. Okay, so let's see. Will Lala start dating this summer? Lala Anthony. Will she start dating this summer? Lala Anthony. Yeah, she's gonna move on. Lala Anthony. Will she start dating this summer? There's gonna be people after her. I can see her being linked to someone in the next couple months. She gonna try to keep it low though. Yeah, I can see her seeing somebody. The devil card, this talks about sexual activity. So she's gonna be doing her own thing. The Empress card, this talks about beauty. This talks about people, you know, chasing after her. So she's going to find a lot of people in her DMs. Okay. And then the Six of Cups, this talks about, you know, building past connections. So she might run into somebody that she had a past connection with. Okay. So she definitely will be moving on. Let's see. What about Kim Kardashian? Let's see if they're going to be having a hot girl summer. Will Kim Kardashian be dating this summer? Kim Kardashian. Kim Kardashian. Will she be dating anyone this summer? Yeah, she will. And then you know what's going to happen? She's going to be dating somebody, and then Kanye's going to start getting jealous. The King of Cups, this talks about somebody that's kind of moody. This talks about imagination, creating certain scenarios in your head, being creative. And we all know that, you know, Kanye has accused Kim of cheating before. So this is going to create problems for them, even though he's been seeing people anyway. But you know how men are. The Queen of Pentacles is going to cause work-home conflict, okay? But she will move on too. The Queen of Pentacles is going to cause work-home conflict. The Judgment card, people are going to place judgment on her for whatever reason. And then we got the Page of Swords. It talks about, you know, her trying to fight for her freedom, fight for her relationship or building a connection with somebody else, and trying to swindle off the media and Kanye interfering, but she's going to move on too. Okay, she's just waiting for the perfect time. They probably got hello people in their DMs. Anyway, if you guys like this reading, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on post notifications, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Have a great day.